Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today I'm going to draw the Pink Ranger from Power Rangers. So let's go in there. I'm going to do upper body shot, hands on hips and sort of lower torso around here. So first of all, let's go and look at the helmet area. So I'm going to go from the top there. There's almost like that bird element going on here. So I'm going to just pop a little curve at the top here. And what I'm going to do is just draw down from that. I'm going to bring my pen around right down like that, nice little curve, and then I'm going to do a similar thing on this side. I'm going to curve it down, almost like to the beak area there. Got a couple of little dinks like that for the eye, and then what I can do, I've got that central part in, I'm going to do a curve over to the right where the helmet goes. So it goes over from this point here. I'm going to curve my pen round around the side of the helmet there. Keep going round down to there. And on this side, I'm going to bring my pen round, curve it out like that. Comes out a little bit more to that point there. And then I'm going to bring my pen down like this, curve it along and join it up there. Now, can pop a little curve in the center point here, a little curve like that. Kind of distinguishes the pink element from the white element. I'm going to kick it up along there. Then I'm going to draw a nice little curve along the bottom there, which is where the mouth area is. A little lip, a little solemn looking lip, that Power Ranger there. Then I'm going to pop those big old eyes in, so big old curve up from that beak element there. I've got another one coming up this way here, so it curves upwards to the left and out like that. Then it goes down like that, and I'm going to then curve it up there, leave a little gap here. So I'm going to go around like that, right to the edge. What I will do is just pop 3 lines in there and a little circle there. There's also a little line that goes up either side of that there, and you can actually see a nice little curve along here and a curve along here on the helmet too, where we've got different colours. Then I'm just going to grab my chunkier pen, and I'm going to, when I've done those 3 lines, I'm going to put solid fill in there, and then I'm going to, on the very first line on the left, just fill in all the way along now. Go around that circle for the sort of dink of light hitting the visor. And we just colour it in. There we go, like that. Okay, next up, I'm going to put the neck area in. So the neck area comes down just here, so I'm going to just pop a line there and a line coming down here. I've done all that detail there. I'm going to try and get the torso done now with minimal detail. I'll come back and do that in a mo. So I'm going to go out to the right here, top of the shoulder, and then I'm going to pop around the edge where I've got the sort of curve of the shoulder going in. On this side we curve in like this here, and then I'm just going to come out around there where I've got that curve of the shoulder there. Now if I continue this arm here, I've got the tricep area coming around this way, so nice little curve there, go all the way to the edge where there's an elbow there. Then I'm going to draw a curve around here, so this is where the top of the glove is, so it's going to go right around like that. And actually while I'm here, line in like that, and then line in, kind of taper it to there, join that up, and then I can go along about this point here, go up and draw the bicep area. So I've got a bicep there, and the shoulder muscle sort of comes inwards this way. I've got a hand clenched on the side of the torso here, so I'm gonna just come outwards like this, and just gonna go and draw 1, 2, 3, 4 knuckles, really, really soft. Come back round. There we go, to the wrist area. Then what I can do is just draw in a few little lines padding on the glove. And then what I can do is just draw in the torso area here. So I've got the upper area comes in, move back to here, down there. Then I can go and start looking at, right here we've got the belt area. So if I come out from this point here, I'm going to come out to about there. On this side, probably about here, just come out to about there. Then I can draw the big old squared off couple little diagonals in there. Join up there, middle of the belt. In the middle of there, we have a circle followed by another one there. And the edge of it is quite dark, so we can just sort of pipe that element there. Then we can come along, draw the rest of the belt, so that comes around here, around there and up. Just got that belt area in there. Just on the edge of the belt, we've got the holster. So the holster is going to come around this way. If I just put a line in first of all where the skirt area is there, I can then come around here, just draw a nice tapered, almost like cone going on there. The end of the gun is probably here, and the top, it will just come up like that, along and down there. Then I've got that in, I can continue that line here for the skirt, and then over here, probably about there, we can draw a line down. This arcs along around here, so I'm gonna go in down there and curve it around and up to the edge there. This then is just piped like so. And we can then go, just come in a little bit here and we can draw the edges of the legs like that. Just a few little lines coming down here. That's all we need to do. Now I've got these bits in, we can draw the other arm here. It goes down to about there, elbow over to the gun point there. So I've got a tricep here, come down and curve in. Again, I'm just gonna cap around there like that. And I can come in, just taper it in, a little curve like that, join it up, and then we can just draw what we think is the edge of the hand just around there. Now if we come up this way, I can draw bicep area up to about here. And then if we're smart, we can just draw an edge from the top of the shoulder here down to a torso and out, and it should meet up a bit. On this side, I'm just going to draw another little curve here, and what we will do is just give it a little hint of piping on either side. This forms the start of the almost like little diamond pattern on the character, so I'm going to come down from that top area there, line there, I'm going to do a line up to almost like the center of the point of the chin, where the collar starts, down again, and we'll go back up, just give it a little curve up to the edge there. Again, I'm just going to add a few little lines in around there. Then if I go to about this point here, I can just curve up to that point we've made, not quite to it. Come down to about this point here, so just bring your pen down here. Upwards that way there, and down again sort of there. And again, we can just draw some little edging pieces on the white area there. It's a little collar here, so that comes up from this point, so it just sort of kicks out here, comes upwards and into the corner there, into the edge there. We can give it a little bit of like piping there. Then we've got some diamonds on the wrist area, so I'm going to go and just draw in elongated diamond there. Just on the edges, just kick out a little bit around it. On this side, there's a diamond that comes out this way. There's an edge there, down there and up, and down there. And then we can kick out. We've got those diamond parts in there. Just on this holster, I'm just going to draw a couple of curves and then a couple of lines on the gun element. On the belt, again, we've got a couple of lines either side of that, like that. And then I think what I might do is just sort of draw in where the light is, just a few little cool little lines to make our picture sort of pop a little bit, just a few little dinks around it. And that's cool. Maybe just on the helmet area, around there, around here. Yeah, like that, that's pretty good. Then what I could do is just have a look, colour some sections of it in. So if I get myself a nice light grey and a lot of those white areas, just hit them ever so slightly. So it's just got a nice little bit of balance, so it's not all just white. Collar area there, especially around this mouth area here, which is kind of like silvery. A little bit around the edges. There we go. Top there. Bit of white here on this glove. It was a bit dark around here. This holster, maybe just a little tad on the edge there. Around here on this detail there. This whole element here is a bit darker, so we'll pop those in there. We'll go up the glove a little bit this way. There we go. That's pretty good. Right. Just a little bit of green. I see the little eyelets up here. That's a little pop of green down there. And we've got a nice bit of red on this gun element, so maybe a bit of red there. Just a bit of red here. Be nice and loose. That looks good. It's a bit of red actually just around the edges here. I'm just going to block in a few bits around there. I'm going to go grab my sort of yellowy, goldy colour pen. What I can do with that is just fill in just this central point in the middle there. And now all those elements are done. It is the Pink Ranger, so just go in there and start just adding a few little pinky colours to the character. So these diamond points on the gloves, just fill those in, nice blocky colours. And the helmet area, come along here, so make sure, leave a little bit where the light will be hitting it. Around there, just be careful of those green bits I've just made. Maybe just on the edge of this beak, I can just leave a little bit of white. Maybe just a little bit there on the edge of the helmet around here. And just fill it up to there. So we've got a nice bit of light hitting that. On this arm maybe, we just need to sort of fill in. We can leave that top bit. The lower parts of it can be pink. And then we've got the torso area. So I think, again, we can just leave a little bit of light shining from here, shining over sort of this side, sort of blocking these bits here. And then the light's kicking off there, kicking down here. So I'm going to kind of go to sort of this point here. So just block in the middle section of the torso. There we go. And then when it comes to over here, let's just do the same sort of thing. We've got a little line there. We can just have that coming down here, block around here, and then just fill in that colour there. Nice. And then we've just got these leg areas here. So I'm just going to just flip the pen down here, just make it look like it's tapering off. Nice and kind of loose at this point. That's cool. Just down here. And then we've got this arm here, haven't we? So I'm going to just come around the edge, lights coming down there. Again, we can just fill in this area here. There we go. I think that's done. That is the Pink Ranger from Power Rangers, also featuring in Fortnite at the moment. Let me know what you think of the skin, let me know who else I can draw, and I'll see you again soon. Alright, bye for now.